from Shed Shop. I don't know, it's in Fremont. And they basically put it up in a day. And I had an electrical guy come and do the work. It's my little station. I try to keep it as neat as I can. I find I don't ever have enough shelves. But I bought these big heavy ones and I put in cabinet plywood. And I used to have particle board and it just took, it was horrible.
Yeah.
So I had to switch that out. So I built the workbench and I built this one over here so it would fit. And I have, I put in, this is my wedging table, but it's cracked. So I think I have to hammer it out and fix it. I'm not really sure. But my clay goes under there. I use, when I'm trimming, I have like a bucket down here. And I try to get a lot of the trimmings and throw them in there. And then I go like right under here and I have a 5-gallon bucket. And so if I have sludgy water and dry trimmings, I put it in there. And then I don't let it get to more than 5 gallons because I can't reclaim it. So then I have, it's in use right now. I have a plaster bat inside a big plastic like sweater box. Mm-hmm. And I actually have I used to do a lot of indoor plants, and it has like a grow pad underneath. I don't know what you call them. They're like, and you can plug it in, and it keeps it kind of warm. Mm. So it keeps it warm from underneath, and it helps the water to go out. But that takes about a week for that thing. Mm. And then it rolls off the plaster, and I wedge it, and I've got my clay back. So I can get about 12 or 14 pounds. I think that's 10 quarts of sludge, basically. So I can get back quite a bit. And I mix my own glazes, so there's a scale under there, and all my glaze materials are on the shelves here. And what I'd like to do is move them one day into another facility, so another building, so I can, clear out and move, put my stuff.
Fire too.
10. So I use Santa Barbara, and because I like real smooth clay, and
do you have a gas kiln or electric?
It's an electric kiln, right?
Cone 10.
Cone 10, yep. So, that's fishing wire, and I use it to cut. I found that the metal, the wire, I was always snapping it. Mm-hmm. So this 60 or 100 pound deep sea fishing line works great. It hasn't broken yet. So, anything else? So I have buckets I do my own hand, the cane handles, so I do that.
I imagine you can put everything in the fridge.
Yeah, I cram it in here pretty well. And I try to, what I find was I was saving a lot of containers that I didn't need. Because I always get, that would be a great container. And I ended up having boxes of them. So I actually shipped a lot of those out. So I'll show you the back. And my cat keeps me company. These are my pit fire pots that I'm from the pit fire. So come in.
Oh, that came out nice.
And I keep the rain out with these, and so.
That's great.
Yeah, and I did this myself.
But it works. That's really
It
cool.
does work, but it's kind of creepy back here, and I would want it to be a little bit. I don't know. It's narrow and it's hard. You're kind of working like this, and
It's yours and it's
I
in
know,
your yard.
I know. But I'm bothered. When I run the Jiffy mixer, I'm sure I'm bothering these guys. I'm always worried about how much noise I'm making.
Most people aren't home doing this.
I know, but still,
So what do you do on this space here? It's a
Oh,
sink.
it's
I know
my
it's a sink underneath, but you use that for...
Yeah. So if I'm bringing stuff out to be glazed, this is the first stop, and then they go this way, and then they go back in here, and then they dry enough, and I ship them off that way. So we basically screen and mix and do all the stuff in here, so that it's not. And you can see it's relatively clean. I put a beach towel down, so in case I splash and spill over the place, I can just go wash it. So.
And you spray?
That's my spray box. Yes, that's my spray box. And I use a little hand, that kind.
That works.
But someday it'd be nice to have a place but I don't know, the compressor and all that stuff. So yeah, it works fine. Mm-hmm. It makes kind of a mess still, but that's as good as I've made it. So.
Very organized.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
This is my reminder to test glazes. It was, it's just horrible. And I bought this glaze from our favorite clay place, and it just, it's
How many
horrible.
pieces did you glaze the first
Just
time?
one.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
But it was such a nice vase, and it's like, so anyway, that was my live and learn thing.
So how many glazes do you mix?
I have a blue woo that I got, or a woo blue, I was called, and then I have a tea dust brown that I mix. I have an Ojada that I'm gonna make bigger that I buy, and then I have a green and a blue that actually fires purple in reduction, but the blue it's a real nice kind of clear blue, and I do a black oil spot. That's it. And I want to try and experiment with creams because I like to have some white. It gets a little dark, so that's so.
So you
But I
do
try not to, and I have a clear.
cone tan reduction in an electric kiln. Is that what you said?
Well, I don't have a reduction, so it's called tin purple, but it fires blue, or a nice clear blue, because it doesn't get reduction in my kiln.
Oh.
Yeah, so I took it down to Dan's, and it still's not the best purple, but it's a great blue.
So who do you buy the Temaku from? The Cone 10?
I mix the tea dust. I mix it.
Oh, I thought you said you bought the Temaku.
I do the blue woo or woo blue, and I do the Ojada. So I get those from Clay Planet, and then the other ones I mix myself. And I have experimental stuff here, trying to get. I actually tried to figure out the Ojada myself because I just like to know what's in it, and so if I can play with it a little bit, I can tweak it. But so far, I haven't been happy with the ones that I've been playing around with. And I actually been experimenting with the blue woo because it never seems to come out how I want. And so if I'm making sets of dishes for somebody and it doesn't come out right, then that doesn't work. So I've been actually experimenting with this, and I'm going to, actually Sean Phelps wants to know what, because I do a lot of, I have a hydrometer in here, and I'm very careful about the specific gravities and all that stuff, and that's why putting it on at cold temperatures, I think it's not great. It doesn't seem to affect it that much, but it does kind of. And this blanket's for when the wind comes whipping through. I put it. So I'm sometimes in here with my Uggs and hats, and
But it's
socks.
cozy.
It's what?
Cozy.
It's not cozy. It's cold.
Looks cozy.
So. This fits into, in the kiln, you put this like this, and then, so you have 3 like that. Put your, 8-inch plate or whatever you got under here. So I think this is an 8-inch diameter. It's limited, of course, by the post. So you slide your thing in there, put this here. You have 3 more of these things, stack. So you can stack plates, and you can stack them as tall as you need. So you can do a whole set of plates in a very small amount of space. And if you're on the top shelf, lower down, there's enough wiggle room that you can do 2 in my kiln, the 21-inch. So the bigger one has a hole in the middle because it's just, I think it's for heat circulation. But these weren't cheap, but I've been able to do whole sets without, because you have a round shape on a round, kiln shelf, and then it's like, what? And so I didn't want to have them stacked like this, and Dan told me about this place, I think they're in Tacoma, in Washington. I was looking at a place in New York, I think Bailey has them, and the shipping doubled the cost, because they put it on a truck, and it takes a week, and they're very heavy. So anyway, this was cool. So I have both sizes.
So when
And you can get different size posts. So you can have little ones, medium, quite large. You could stack bowls or, yeah.
when you're doing a full-size plate, no
Uh-huh.
bigger ones, right?
Uh-huh.
And then can you put anything else around
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Because it's a 12-inch,
Okay.
and I think they even sell larger, but I wasn't gonna need to do,
Right,
You know,
you're 18 or something.
yeah, I think they come really large. Yeah. And the cost also was prohibitive for me. I was kind of going, I don't think I'm gonna need that. But yeah, it's because it's only 12, so you have room around. And, if you're doing tall vases with this thing, it's just great.